collegial body made up of hundreds of members, multiple committees, vice chairs, and institutional processes. In fact, there are around 85 committees, each with its own jurisdiction, leadership, and members. No speaker can personally control every committee, much less direct the actions of other branches or government agencies. And in the Appropriations Committee itself, there are already more than 100 members, with many vice chairs, and Representative Toby Tiangco, who has been very vocal and upfront on this issue over the past months, was himself a vice chair of the Appropriations Committee in the previous Congress. So I have to ask, if there were real concerns about irregularities in the budget process, why were these not formally raised during the deliberations, or even during the plenary? The budget deliberation does not stop in the House. The Senate also conducts its own deliberations, reviews its own version, and plays its own role in shaping the final budget, and it is not a bystander. It is an active constitutional participant in this process. After that, the House and the Senate reconcile their versions in the bicameral conference committee. Only then is the final bill transmitted to the President for approval or veto. So let us be honest about what becomes law. The national budget is not the act of one person or one chamber. It is a product of a constitutional chain involving the executive, the House, and the Senate. This is something I want the public to understand. The budget process is collective, multi-layered, and shared. Accountability must apply to everyone involved, not selectively assigned after the fact, and certainly not when it becomes politically useful. If corruption were to occur in a magnitude made known to us over the past months, then it's clear that the real corruption does not happen at the level of the general legislative approval alone. It happens at the level of execution of the General Appropriations Act.
Sabi niya, hindi lang daw nangyayari sa Kamara alone. Ibig sabihin, alam mo. Oo, hindi lang sa inyo. Hindi lang kayo, hindi lang ikaw ang korap. Sinasabi mo ngayon, inaamin mo meron talagang pangyayari. Hindi lang nga lang kayo. So umamin ka, di ba?
It happens when projects are implemented. It happens where projects are actually implemented, where procurement is undertaken, where monetary disbursements are actually made. And it happens when substandard projects are passed off as legitimate or when ghost projects are made to appear real. That is why command responsibility is far more logically relevant in the executive branch, where there is actually supervision, operational control, and implementation on the ground, than in the collegial legislative body, where constitutional role is deliberation and appropriation. Congress does not build flood control projects. Congress does not conduct procurement. Congress does not inspect whether a project was actually completed. Congress does not certify whether the work done was substandard or not. So if the allegation is that there was
Uy, may cut yun ah. Prepared na prepared dito ha. Matindi ito.
systemic corruption in flood control implementation, then the public should ask the obvious question: where does implementation actually happen? Definitely not in the session hall of the House of Representatives. Here's the simplest way to test that theory that I am the mastermind of this scheme.
So sinasabi niya, hindi siya yung mastermind. Okay, fine. Ako actually, naniniwala naman ako, hindi ka yung mastermind eh. Sa implementation eh. At saka kung saan mismo nang gagaling? Kay Marcos. Definitely kay Marcos nang gagaling. Obvious naman eh. Saan dito nagsisimula yung budget proposal? Sa executive, sino pinuno? Si Marcos. Kayo, nag-i-insert lang kayo na sobrang dami. Tapos, sinong pipirma? Si Marcos pa din. So siya talaga ang mastermind. Ikaw, kanang kamay. Yan ang obvious. Huwag natin pagbalibaligtar rin. Obvious na obvious yan.
If I were truly involved in a fraudulent scheme of this nature, then the first place one would expect to see that pattern would be in my own district, in the projects most easily associated with me. You would have seen it in Tacloban, but I say this with absolute certainty. You won't see it in my district. My district has 0 ghost and 0 substandard flood control projects. 0. And that is verifiable. To prove this point, I'm authorized.
Alam mo, napakadaling ano nito eh. Tablahin ito sinasabi niya. Kung talagang ako ay corrupt, parang ginaganon niya eh. Tingnan niyo yung aking lugar kung merong ghost project. Oo. Hindi ko naman, alam mo, di ba, naalala mo siya nasabi ni Tiangco, yung style ngayon hindi lang doon sa nasasakupan. Ikaw ang proponent ng isang proyekto pero nasa ibang lugar. Halimbawa, yung mga party list. Kasi hindi natin alam pwede naman padadaanin mo yun sa mga party list. Oh, bibigyan ko kayo ng allotment dito, ganito, ganito. Akin ng ganito. So, what am I saying? Hindi pang-justify na wala kang ginawang masama kung maganda yung project mo sa lugar ninyo. Actually, malamang sa malamang, inayos mo nga yan para talagang pagka nangyari ito, hindi ka sisihid. Pero, hindi ba pwedeng kumikba ka sa mga ibang project? Ay, yan yung sinasabi ngayon ng iba, di ba? Yan yung binubulgar ngayon ng mga tauhan ni Zaldico at mismong si Zaldico na ikaw mismo kasama. Oh. Kumukuha ka doon. At kung papansinin ninyo, di ba, mismong yung mga taga-deliver ng pera, ano sinabi? Hindi naman nanggagaling sa kamera lang O hindi lang nanggagaling sa flood control yung kickback Mismo sa Bilibid, galing sa customs, galing yung mga pera. At inahatid nila. At ang madalas silang hatiran, ikaw din. At Malacanang. Di ba? So hindi pwedeng hindi mo pwedeng gawing lusot
My
yan.
staff to share and release to the public the list of all the projects in my district that the authorities may deem attributable to me. Let the public scrutinize and verify for themselves. As I already mentioned, corruption of this scale is not a one-man operation. It requires two things: budget decisions and implementation on the ground. With respect to how the budget was deliberated in Congress, let me say this categorically. I was not a part of the BICAM and the small committee budget deliberations. Yes, I was updated on the
Uy, may cut na naman, Hindi daw siya part ng BICAM. Niloko mo. Puro tauhan mo nga yun nandun Alam mo, kasi totoo naman, ito mga kababayan, matalino daw talaga ito si Romualdez sa mga bagay na ganyan Sabi may mga nagkwento sa akin, matalino siya. Hindi nga niya tama siya, maaring hindi ka parte ng BICAM, pero may tao ka doon. At yung tao mo, ikaw ang tinuturo. Yes, you are not part, pero ikaw ang tinuturo. Di ba? Ikaw yung tinuturo ng tao mo, na si Zaldico.
general outcomes of the deliberations, but I had no visibility with regard to the specific details of the discussions, including particular amendments or insertions approved during these closed-door deliberations. Records would show that I did not participate in those meetings and I was not privy to what exactly transpired during the deliberations. However, two people were instrumental in making those budget decisions: Chis Escudero and Zaldico. And once the budget becomes law, the work of implementing flood control projects, or any project for that matter, is solely within the purview of the executive, including the DPWH, certainly not by legislators. I understand the anger of the public. The Filipino people have every right to be angry because stolen public funds are taxes derived from hard-earned money. I'm not asking the public to look away. I'm asking everyone to look where the evidence points, not where it is politically convenient or politically motivated. So I ask the Ombudsman and the public these questions. Who has been named in sworn testimonies and affidavits? Whose name actually appeared in credible accounts made under oath? If there are sworn accounts pointing to other personalities across the chain, whether in budget deliberations or in implementation, then those leads must be pursued with the same seriousness and the same urgency. Accountability cannot be selective. For months, I chose silence because I believe in our legal system and in the rule of law. But my silence is now being exploited with politically engineered and fabricated narratives. What's even more disturbing, and this is something that cannot be ignored, is that there are emerging indications that certain sectors are attempting to weaponize individuals, including Zaldico, to construct a narrative that serves their own interests. So when the legal processes is being used against me as a political demolition job, then I will have no choice but to defend myself. And I will defend myself fully. I will not allow myself to be turned into the scapegoat so that others who are actually accountable can walk away clean. If this is a political play to push me out and close the story, tarnishing my name and my reputation, then I'm telling everyone now, I will not go quietly and I will not go alone. I will
Yo.
not be the fall.
Eto, dito, nagbabanta na siya. Kung ako, parang tinatagalog niya na dito, kung ako ilalaglag ninyo, at akong gagawin yung fall guy, ako yung gagamitin ninyo, hindi ako babagsak na mag-isa. Sama-sama tayo. Sama-sama tayo sa impyerno. Ganon eh. Ganon na yung kanyang sinasabi ngayon. Kaya nga alupit eh. Sabi ko, so, ibig sabihin, aminado ka. Diba? Pero yun nga lang, tama ka sa sinasabi mo. Hindi ka malalaglag na mag-isa. Isasama mo yung mga demonyo mong kasama. Sama-sama kayo sa impyerno. Yun ang pinakapunot dulo nito sinasabi niya eh. Wag ako. Sama-sama tayo sa impyerno pag ako ilalaglag nyo. Eh nako po, mukhang matatakot dito si Marcos. Alam mo naman si Marcos, mahina bayag nun eh. Hindi, totoo naman eh. Hindi, again, it's figurative speech. Hindi ho ibig sabihin merong yung bayag niya. Ibig sabihin, walang bayag yun. Mahina yun eh. Mahinang nilalang yun. So, matatakot siya dito. Shit, yari tayo dito ah. Baka gano'n ang sabihin niya, di ba? Yari tayo dito ah. Delicates tayo dito. Mukhang pumalag si Insan ah. Insan! Mukhang pumalag. Mukhang mayayari tayo. Di ba?
Guy for other people's corruption. I have been in public life long enough. I have seen enough. I have heard enough. I know many things about this current administration and past administrations as well. And I say this carefully. If this matter is to be handled as a legal issue, then let it be handled legally, soberly, and according to evidence. But if certain people insist on waging this in the court of public opinion, then I will have no choice but to defend myself publicly as well. To the Ombudsman, I say this with full respect. If your office truly believes in justice, then follow the sworn statements, follow the records, and follow the evidence all the way. Do not stop where it is politically convenient. Do not settle for the easiest headline. Do not confuse public pressure with prosecutorial duty. What I ask of the Office of the Ombudsman is simple. Follow the rule of law and due process. This is a serious matter and it should be handled with seriousness, not with haste, theatrics, or shortcuts. I'm ready and willing to respond to every allegation in the proper forum, through the proper pleadings, motions, and submissions that the law allows. And to those who think they can throw me under the bus to save themselves, this is what I have to say to you. I am ready to defend my name. My silence should not be mistaken for weakness, ignorance, or fear. I know enough to defend myself, and if I am forced to do so in public, I will. Maraming salamat po.
Yan. Eto, punot dulo nito, talagang tinatakot niya yung mga maglalaglag sa kanya. So, sabi ko nga, kesa na napabuti itong kanyang sinasabi dito, lalong napasama. Di ba? Bakit? Dito sinasabi niyang, wag niyo ako ilaglag ha. Tanginan niyo, pag nilaglag niyo ako, lalaglag ko rin kayo. Sama-sama tayo dito. Yun eh. Di ba? Yun ang pinakapunot dulo niya dito eh. Laglag niyo ako, sige, laglagan tayo. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Hindi, isasama ko kayo dito. Sama-sama tayo. Dahil dyan, mga kababayan, tagumpay. Tagumpay ho. Tagumpay ho yung ating inaasam na lumabas ang katotohanan. Ano kayang sasabihin ni Auntie Claire dito? Siyempre, alam mo naman, ang pambansang fake news na si Auntie Claire, ipagtatanggol na naman niya yung amo niya. Pero sa tingin ko, delicates na siya dito eh. Yung sa mga bitaw nito ni Romualdez, delicates na siya dito. Kaya ako ewan ko. Sa tingin ko lang sa tingin ko, eto na. Eto na yung inaantay natin. Ito yung inaantay natin na magbubulgar talaga ng kung sino ba talaga ang mastermind. Naku po. Baka alin nyo magbago pag-iisip ni Isko. Yeah? Kasi sabi ni Isko, wala daw, malay mo magbago na yung isip niya. Kasi ito, derechuhan na eh. Hindi lang niya pinangalanan si Marcos, pero derechuhan na sinasabi niya na, uy, eto executive ang talaga may kagagawa niyan. So, ewan natin, ha?
Kami ang boses ng masa, hindi natatakot. Katotohanan lang, di kami nalulunod. Walang bahid ng sismis, lahat ay totoo. Kahit sino ka pa, pag mali ka babanatan ka. Walang pinipili kulay, wala kaming kinikilingan. Basta para sa bayan, kami lalaban. Pagdama palakpakan, pag mali banatan. Di matitinag, di matatakot, para sa bayan tuloy ang sigaw. Sa harap ng kamera, walang halong takot. Mga baluktot, lahat kayo'y tutumba. Ang hustisya at totoo, yun lang ang mahalaga. Kahit sinong harang, di kami matitinag. Walang pinipili